Yo, what is good, guys? No life. Henry here. I'm coming at you with another video. This video is going to be a midnight tier list based on fun. This is not based on DPS. This is not based on anything else other than how fun I think every single spec is going to be in midnight. Again, fun, not damage. Fun. Okay? Fun. Okay? Here we go. So I'm just going to jump straight into it real quick. As we all know, the pre-patch is happening very soon. However, midnight will not come out till March 3rd. The reason I'm making this video now is because all of the talent changes and all of that stuff is coming out on the 20th, not when midnight comes out. So hence why I'm making this video now and not at midnight. So I'm just gonna jump straight into it. If you guys notice, there is no Devour DH spec here, so I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna imaginary drag it instant S tier. That spec is, and I'm not saying that because it's new or it's like it's visually very pleasing, but on top of that, in my opinion, it is so. Oh, I hit the mic. My bad. It is. It is so much fun. And as I said, you can agree, you can not agree. As I said, this is how I think and feel about every spec and how fun it is. Okay, but yeah, instant S tier for that new spec. Instant S tier feels incredibly fun. It's so fun. Okay, hopping into Frost Mage. I do like Frost Mage. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. In my opinion, they did do a revamp for Frost Mage, but in my eyes, it feels almost like fun wise, it feels almost the exact same, just with separate icons, and they combine some stuff. You know what I'm saying? So fun wise, it's still fun, but I liked the War Within Frost more than I do in the Midnight Frost. Fire, I've always liked Fire. I always thought Fire was fun, but I'm gonna put it ahead of Frost here. Um, just because like I just really like Fire. I just do. Right? I just do. Um it's very it's always no matter what. It's always been a very fun spec for me, right? Arcane. I actually do not like what they did to Arcane in Midnight. And this, as I said, all of this could change in an hour, a day. However, with the current Arcane Mage in Midnight, I do not like what they did with Arcane Mage, and it made it feel so like just eh, it just eh, you know. The current the I would, if you asked me what fun wise, right? Just right. The War Within Arcane Mage or Midnight, I would say the War. I don't care if you're offering me $1 million to say the Midnight one. I will say the War Within one because that version of Arcane is so much more fun to play and press key, all that stuff. Survival Hunter. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I actually low key kind of like what they did with survival. I know not a lot of people like kind of agree with that because I feel like survival is in like a identity crisis. But however, as I said, fun wise, this spec is actually really fun. It's just it feels kind of weird because in previous, like in inside of the War Within, where survival is like a, it's like a melee, hunter, where it's like, you have your pet by your side, and you and your pet are striking as one. But in Midnight, it feels like you're like this like jungle stalker. You still have your pet, but it went from like a melee hunter esque vibe to like a jungle hunter, like kind of, you know what I'm saying? And some people think those are the same, exact same thing. Some people think, oh, hey, right? But as I said, my own opinion, okay? Still, no matter what, very fun. Marksman Hunter. Okay. I'm gonna put this under Arcane Mage. Okay. Actually, you know what? No. I'm gonna put this in very low B tier. I've always liked Hunter, just in general. Well, to be fair, I like all the specs. I play all of them, but uh, um, I just it. I don't know. Like when you compare stuff to the War Within, right? The War Within version of itself, for Hunter or Arcane Mage or whatever, and you go into Midnight and you just don't feel the same like the same oomph that the class used to have. It feels less fun, you know what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Marksman is still fun. It to me it feels like it's lost its oomph, right? Um, but yeah, no, that's all it is. Still quite fun. BM Hunter, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. Instant A tier. BM Hunter, in my opinion, is the most fun Hunter spec, at least currently. Yeah, just easily. Okay. Unholy, I was waiting for this one. Unholy DK, instant S tier. This is the only other S tier we have with along with the new DH spec. On whoever made all this like cool stuff for Unholy, it went from like, oh, it kind of has that fantasy to, oh, we're like surrounding it with fantasy. That makes the class so much more fun, and it's, in my opinion, instant S tier, no questions asked. Frost DK, A tier. I'm gonna put this above DK. If you guys don't know, Frost has gotten some like adjustments, some like kind of small things, but the reason that they didn't get redone like every other spec is because they got their redesign once 11.2 came out. The whole patch where we went out to Koresh and we had to save Koresh and all that shit. That's the patch that Frost DK got redone. Okay, so yeah, if you guys are wondering why, then that's why. Blood DK. I actually really like how Blood feels. I really like that. They got rid of a lot of like useless talents. Like I kind of liked Rune Tap, but either way, it feels it unlike Marksman. it feel for me at least it has that oomph that you like almost like need to feel in order for the class to feel like powerful and or fun, and that's what Blood has. In fact, that's what all the DK specs have. So yeah, Vengeance Demon Hunter with the new hero talent in between Vengeance and Devour. I'm pretty sure it's like Annihilation. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it could be in between Havoc and the new one, but either way, um, I just like I'm gonna here because it still is fun, but it's not like it doesn't have the same oomph. Okay, I'm gonna put it ahead of Marksman, but not ahead of Survival. Okay, right? As I said, it still is fun. It doesn't have the oomph, right? It just Havoc Demon Hunter. I've seen a lot of people put these in S tier. I'm gonna put them ahead of BM. I'm gonna put them right behind Frost. They are still very, very, very fun. However, not in my opinion. This is my opinion, as I said, not nearly as fun as Unholy or Devour. And again, I'm not saying that because it's the new spec. I'm saying that because I've played it and it just feels that fun. It just does. Monk. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. Monk has died. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. You have no Storm Within Fire. You have no Lightning Tiger. You have like you like they removed all of the cool shit from Monk. In my opinion, Monk is not fun at all. They made Monk way too simple. It's no, and it's not even because it's simple. It's specifically because, as I said, all the cool stuff, Storm Within Fire, and you summon your lightning, all that stuff, right? What all the cool shit that makes the monk class fun currently inside of the War Within is not there in Midnight no more for now, right? So yeah, it's not fun for me. Mistweaver, I'm gonna put okay, I'm gonna put this ahead of Survival because I actually really like what they have done with Mistweaver. Um, it's just a fun spec. I just enjoy Mistweaver in general. Um, And I'm really glad that's like well, some slash most of the classes did not get done like Monk, where it's like, hey, so we're gonna remove Storm Earth and Fire, Lightning Tiger, what else? Oh yeah, that too. Like we're gonna remove all of the cool shit, and we're gonna hand them a button called Zenith, where it reduces the number, or the number. It actually will technically, yeah, it reduces the amount of chi you need to use Blackout Kick. It's like, no, give us a no. But yeah, as I said, I'm very glad that not all the specs are like that. Mistweaver Monk, very fun. Prot Warrior, I'm gonna put this in front of Blood. Prot Warrior, to me, as I said, is very, very, very fun. Okay, I love Prot Warrior, but as I said, it doesn't have that same oomph. And who knows? Who knows? Because until Midnight comes out, we won't 100% really know, right? Not only that, but even I would say until the season starts, to be to be straight up, right? But as I said, for now, Prot Warrior, in my opinion, very fun. Not quite as fun as the top two, right? Brewmaster Monk. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put it under survival because it still is fun, but as I said, does not have that oomph at all. Okay, actually, I'm gonna put this in behind vengeance. Okay, does not have that oomph at all, and it just like it's just no. You know, it's just no. Restoration Shaman. Okay. Okay. I really now people are gonna hate me for this. I really like what they did with Arsham. I'm gonna put this ahead of BM. Okay. This spec feels very, very fun. Very fun. I know, like, oh well, what about Stone Bulwark? So you know, and okay, yeah, I get that. Okay, but at the same time, okay, at the same time, that's an ability that is gone from Ellie and Restoration. And no matter what, the spec is fun. So, there we go. Enhanced Shaman, instant S tier, no questions asked. Whoever made the redesign for Enhance, they need to have a promotion. Because let me tell you something. In the War Within, okay, in current WoW, okay, right? The enhanced shaman spec, not only was it nearly unplayable, right? Because if you ran storm, okay, if you ran the tempest like hero talent stormcaller, right? You or storm, whatever the storm one, okay. You ran that. You're at that point pretty much an Ellie shaman hitting melee keys to empower your Tempest. That's pretty much all you are, right? Because you had the same hero, but you had the same everything, okay? Which you got as per usual, because it's same class, separate specs, okay? But now in Midnight, they actually feel separate. It's great. It's very 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 fun. I love it. Nice job, Blizz. Okay, Ellie Shaman. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Instant S tier as well. I'm kind of biased here because I played Ellie, quote, last season, season three, for raid for my guild and whatnot. However, I'm, as I said, based on fun, Ellie Shaman. We did lose our DRE, unfortunately. But yeah, okay. So my recording crashed. We're back. We're okay. We did lose our random ascendance, which is I mean, it's annoying, but it is what it is, right? But as I said, no matter what, just in general with some of the talents and just like how like just in general and how it feels, feels very very fun, very very fun. Okay, very fun. Here we go. Restoration Druid. I'm gonna put this ahead of Havoc. I really really like Restoration Druid. I really really like. I hit 3,500 last season on my R Druid, right? So I clearly I do like our Druid. Um, the only reason it's not S tier is, and this could be a me thing, okay? when I go into bear form and I hit frenzied regen to help myself stay alive, okay? When I have to come out of bear form, the frenzied regen is gone. That wasn't there until recently, right? And by recently, I mean like maybe like 4-ish months, right? That was not like that until they changed it. And that was the stupidest change they could have made. But anyway, fun wise, our Druid is still very, very high up there, of course, right? Guardian Druid. I'm going to keep it a stack with you. I do not like Guardian Druid. I don't. Guardian Druid is not fun in my eyes. It's way too simple. It's like I know Guardian Druid is by far the easiest and most simple tank, but in the War Within, at least you have to hit more than 4 buttons, you know, and it's just like even without the keybinds, right? It's like no matter what, it doesn't feel fun, man. You know, it just doesn't. You know, it just don't. I'm like Feral Druid. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I like what they did with Feral. I do. But at the same, like, for example, like Chomp, like you can only use it during, or not during, but you can only use it if you have under 30 energy, which is good. That's great. But like, it feels the exact fucking same. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Like it feels the same, right? So like, I just yeah, it's just like not yeah, yeah. Like I thought, every class was gonna be like redesigned and all that shit. But no, when I log in, Feral, it feels the exact same. It's just but yeah, balanced Druid. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. This is going into. I want to put this in S tier. I really do. You know what? I will S tier. This spec is so, in my opinion, they made balance so much more fun, in my opinion, because now we don't have to hit, 2 Wraths or 2 Starfires. Now we just hit a Wrath or Starfire and we hit our Eclipse button and we get all of our CDs. We have 2 charges of that and we have our Incarn on top of that. You know what I'm saying? So so they pretty much gave us more uptime on all of our big CDs. It's great. I love it. But no matter what, just in general, like how it feels and like how some of the talents interact and everything, it's like balance just feels, it has that oomph, right? It has that, that fun. It has everything, right? It has the fun factor. Rhett Pally, S tier. I'm gonna like it's like Rhett Pally is very it's been simple for God knows how long, but specifically in Midnight, it's just like it feels the same. The reason it's way more fun, or well, not really more fun, but like the reason it's more, it's higher on the tier list than Feral, is because Feral is just, it's just too like Feral has no oomph. Rhett does. Rhett has that oomph that you're like, oh shit, whoa. Feral is like, oh, okay, right? You kind of know what I'm saying? But yeah, very, very, very fun. Okay, very, very fun. Right? Prop Pally. I'm gonna keep it a stag. I do not think Prop Pally's fun. I hate Prop Pally right now. I do not like Prop Pally at all. Okay, like, can it be fun? Maybe, but I do not. No, it's not. No. Fury War. I would put this down here for keys, but fun wise, I actually really like. I'm not gonna put it in S tier, but I will. I'm gonna put it ahead of BM. That's a fair spot. Fury is. I like Fury. It's very, very fun. It's not nearly as fun as S tier, of course, but it is still very, very fun. Okay, Holy Pally. I, I, this is a C low B tier. Okay, I'm gonna put it ahead of Guardian. this this spec, it's still like fun, but like I I just don't it's just I don't even know. It's just not it, bro. It's just not it at all. It's just not it. It's for me, it's just not fun. It's just not. Destro Warlock. Here we go. So, Destro Warlock, I'm gonna put this ahead of Restoration Shaman. Destro, in fact, really all of the Warlock specs feel incredibly fun, very very fun. Okay. Yeah, I just love the way that it feels, that it still has its oomph, right? Demo lock. I'm gonna put this right behind destruction because demo, and remember, fun wise, is still very very fun. I love the way it feels. AF. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Instant S tier. Old AF is back. Poggers. Okay. Uh, that when they got rid of Rapture in the War Within, or in the War Within in Midnight, I was like, oh, interesting. But yeah, instant S tier for Aflock. Love it. Shadow Priest. I not gonna lie, I adore what they did to Shadow Priest. I love what they did to Shadow Priest. It is unbelievably well made. I think the tentacle slam, the the all that stuff, right? I keep hitting the mic. My bad, guys. I love it. That it is so good. I love it. Okay, all right. Holy Priest. I'm gonna keep it a sag with you. Like it just no. Just no, right? Like, just, just no. Like, actually, you know what? I'm gonna put this ahead of Monk. It's just not fun. It's just not, man. It's just like that's really all I can say. It's just not fun. Disc Priest. I'm gonna uh uh. I'm gonna put this ahead of Survival. Yeah, yeah. So Disc Priest, I actually really like what they did to Disc Priest. They didn't actually do too much, hence why it feels fun. Um, but yeah, no, that's really it. I mean, it kind of ish has that oomph still, not as much as A or S tier, but it kind of ish does still have that. Sub Rogue above Lock. Okay, right. I I don't like that they removed symbols of death, but other than that, it doesn't feel the exact same, but it at the same time it does. And that for some reason, like that like complexity, I guess in a sense, where they made it feel like kind of the same, but like it's not the same at the same time. I like that. Hence why it's in A tier. Not only that though, but it it's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie. It's just a lot of fun. Outlaw Rogue. I'm not gonna lie. Instant S tier. Outlaw Rogue. This version of Outlaw Rogue is probably the best version we've had in God knows how long. This version of Outlaw Rogue is unreal. It is so good, and I love it so much. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put this ahead of Shadow Priest. I didn't think I would, but you know what? Thinking about it, yeah, it is more fun than Shadow Priest. All right. But yeah, Sin Rogue. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I do. Don't get me wrong. I do like Sin Rogue. I do. But when one keybind applies all of your dots to everything, Sin Rogue just lost all of its fun, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Right, like that's like having Pharaoh. That's like having every dot class, like AF, Seed of Corruption puts on every single dot, every curse. It like that's not what they did to AF, obviously. And then Pharaoh. Oh yeah, imagine hitting Thrash in AoE puts on all of your bleeds. It's like no, but that's what they did with Sin Rogue. your Garrote and Rupture now apply when your Crimson Tempest is applied. So all of your fucking bleeds are in one, you know what I'm saying? It's just not fun no more. It's just not. Like it's way too simple. It's just not fun. It's just not. Arms Warrior. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. Arms is not fun in any way, shape, or form. Like up here in C tier, it can possibly maybe be fun, but down here, or God forbid, down here, it's just not the move, big dog. It's just not the move. Real quick, I also know that any of the evoker specs are not in here, so I will rank them as follows: augmentation down here, okay? God forbid, but you know, down there, okay? Preservation. I actually like preservation. I'm gonna put preservation right in between the two lock specs, demo and destruction. Okay, I actually really like preservation, like how fun it is. It's very, very fun. Devastation, S tier, 100%. This spec, 100% still has its oomph. It still has, you know, you feel you feel the destruction and just all that stuff. It is so much fun. Whether you're playing Scale Commander or Flame Shaper, it don't matter. Either way, very, very, very fun. Very fun. Okay. But yeah, that is my. I almost said the War Within. That is my midnight tier list for fun. Okay, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video, man. Peace.